Minasan. Welcome back for another round of trailer reactions. Yes. More like oh no, hold on a second. Let me rewind that. This is the direct. That should be like Nintendo Direct. Hold on. Yes, this ain't a trailer reaction. Hola, minasan! Welcome back for another round of Nintendo Direct reaction. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. It is Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World, which is costing $80, bringing back my PTSD of the 90s when I had to pay $70 and $80 for Super Nintendo games. Yes, I had to pay $70 to $80 for Super Nintendo games until Sony found a way to bring the costs down and made Nintendo games nice $50 to $60. Heck, even $40 for those GBA and DS games. But now Nintendo's gotten a little arrogant. Apparently, it looks like they're going back to the days of Yamauchi and selling cartridges at $70 to $80 a piece. They really think they got the monopoly here again. Oh, the arrogance, the conceit. Nintendo's saying they got a whole lot of content in this Mario Kart World, but we're gonna have to be the judge of that to see if those $80 are really justified, or else we're gonna be reliving the 90s. Oh, those of you who never lived through the 90s like I did, oh, welcome, because yes, that's how much Nintendo games used to cost back then, before they got knocked down a peg. Before they got knocked down a peg and learned that they ain't special. Well, apparently they think they're special because right now the Switch only competitor, true competitor is the ROG and Steam Deck, and they're not exactly putting a dent into Nintendo's hybrid console market right now. So they're getting a little too full of themselves, it seems. It looks like they're getting a little too full of themselves and really going back to their poor business practices of the 80s and 90s when competition was not especially strong until they screwed Sony over and Sega was able to and Sega started stumbling along the way. You know, the days of Nintendo is coming back. The days of what Genesis does and Nintendo is returning, but the problem is that Sony is not exactly doing a good job on there, and neither is Xbox. So it looks like Nintendo's really feeling the arrogant bug again. They're from the 80s and 90s and are looking to go back to their little vice grip. Hopefully they're not. My hope is that they don't, but well, we gotta figure out and see if Mario Kart World truly justifies the $80. Because if it doesn't, yeah, Nintendo's back to being their 80s and 90s selves, and that's not gonna be a pretty era. You know, I was a kid in the teen during the NES and Super NES days, but now I make money. I make money, and yeah, costs is a big thing to ask for. But as I've had said numerous times, I went out of my way to buy to purchase a 12-year-old port Mario Kart 8, and it's $25 DLC for a total of $85. So I don't have anything to complain about. Nintendo's basically telling me, yeah, if you could pay $85 for that 12-year-old port and it's DLC, you could pay $80. But for the rest of the people who don't have that kind of money, yeah, I sympathize with them because I was there in the 90s when I didn't have money and I wanted that nice Super Nintendo game that Nintendo charged $70 to $80 for. So let's not waste any time. Let us pass judgment. Call to action. Comment, like, subscribe, follow, and hit the notification bell. And let's start reacting. Now, I was going to say, what was with the screen?
Drivers, start your engines.
Oh, there's the Super Mario Kart
to
theme.
The Mario Kart World game, available exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. What kind of races await you? In Mario Kart World, you'll aim for first place in each Grand Prix. But why stop there? Across cities, plains, a desert, and even the ocean, you can drive virtually everywhere in this fully interconnected world.
All right.
Races are held on courses scattered throughout various regions that span this world, and you can freely drive between them.
Whoa. Okay.
There's a lot in store, and we're only at the starting line.
Can we go into the
Let's
dinosaur's
introduce
mouth?
some of the courses that are waiting for you. Here we go. Courses are found throughout the world, inspired by their surrounding region.
Okay.
Let's take a look at some of the new courses to explore. Ride the ridges and roads on Mario Brothers Circuit. And cruise the curves around the canyon. You can't miss it. See the sights and structures of Crown City. You can even soar in style down Main Street.
It's a pretty cool setup.
Drift along the rapid waterways of Salty Speedway and make a splash around the city's canals. Stay cool in the snowy trails of Starview Peak.
Lots of
Don't
good
slip
biomes.
off while soaking up the scenery.
Whoa.
Have a spirited showing at the ghostly movie theater Boo Cinema. It's a whole new kind of drive-in theater. And in addition to lots of new courses, there's Toad's Factory.
Hey, it's back.
Peach Beach,
Some of the older stages, they put it all in.
Wario Shipyard,
That's pretty
and
cool.
more. Nostalgic courses from past titles are also here, but now they're reimagined and spread throughout the world.
That's pretty
where
cool
races can
that
happen
they
during
interconnected the old
day
courses.
or at night.
Yeah, the day-night is pretty cool too. Midnight Club,
Race
Mario
has
Kart.
familiar characters like Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, and Yoshi. Plus, new drivers like Goomba,
How's he driving?
Spike, and that's right, Cow.
It should have been Moo Moo.
Even more new racers are waiting and ready to roll.
Wow, look at that.
Select your character. Choose your vehicle. Then you're off to the races. Characters and vehicles each have different stats, so make sure to find the combo that best suits you. There are two main styles of race revving up in this world: Grand Prix and Knockout Tour. In both modes, up to 24 drivers can participate.
That's crazy.
The most in series history. Your rivals aren't the only hazards you'll need to avoid on the road. Look out for cars that shoot bullet bills, attacks from Hammer Brothers, and other obstacles along the way. Try to steer clear. And now, get ready for Grand Prix with Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup, Star Cup, and more. Grand Prix races are held all around the game's world.
They
You'll
tried to
race
hide
through
the
4
rest,
different
I see.
courses in each cup and aim for the top spot. In Mushroom Cup, you'll start off racing around Mario Brothers Circuit. While the second race will take you from Mario Brothers Circuit to Crown City. For the first time, you'll need to drive yourself to the next course in Grand Prix. So don't sleep at the wheel. And if you conquer all Grand Prix Cups, rumor has it that a certain colorful course will appear.
Oh, of course, it's the Rainbow Road. That's obvious.
Next up is a new mode, Knockout Tour. From Golden Rally to Ice Rally and more. These extended races take you from one end of the world to the other. Get ready for a sprint. But you've got to place if you want to stay in the race. Speed towards checkpoints throughout the world. If you don't make the cut, you're out of the running. Buckle up. The competition gets more intense as you close in on the checkpoints. You've got to drive to survive in Knockout Tour. So keep your eyes on the prize.
Mario Kart
and
Fall
aim for
Guys.
First place.
Items. Returning items, new items.
Items can drastically change the outcome of a race. Here are some new items that'll help you out. Coin shell. When you throw a coin shell, coins will appear. Now's your chance to grab them. Just
Cool.
don't let your rivals cash in first.
Ah.
Ice flower. With the ice flower, you can freeze out rivals and send them spinning.
Alright.
Aim the hammer in an arc, and
That's
nailed it.
so cool.
Hammers also stay on the course for a short time and can be used to block off rivals.
Nice.
Mega mushroom.
Oh.
With the mega mushroom, go big so your rivals
That
will go
that was from Double Dash, wasn't it?
feather. Use the
That one
feather to
definitely
jump
from
up
Mario
and
Kart.
avoid
No.
attacks.
That's cool seeing that back from Super Mario Kart.
You may even discover some unexpected routes.
Yep.
Comic. With Comic's magic,
Oh, that's
your
new.
rivals will transform. What other mysterious effects will happen? You'll have to see for yourself. The lower your placement, the more likely you are to find items that'll turn the tables. So when you get items, go for it. And if you're new to the Mario Kart series, there are added support features to help you along the way.
They actually move.
These include smart steering,
Of
which
course.
helps you stay on the course.
No, 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 you don't go off the course.
Tilt controls, where you can hold the Joy-Con 2 controller horizontally.
Up there,
Use motion
the wheels are
controls
gonna
to
be
steer.
coming back. Yep, there it
If
is.
you have the Joy-Con 2 wheel, you can feel like you're really driving.
Free roam.
Ooh, how about a quick break? A snack sounds good right about now. Hey, look, it's a drive-through. Here at Yoshi's, you can grab an order to go. Dash food.
Dash food.
Take a bite, and you can unlock outfits inspired by your meal.
Oh, okay.
Eat some sushi and whoa!
Oh, cool.
Nice threads. Once unlocked, these outfits can be selected from
Oh,
the character
nice.
selection
Unlockables.
screen. Who knows what dishes or outfits you'll find?
I like that. That's
Take
actually
a
pretty
pit
cool.
stop and check out these drive-thrus all around the world. That was a nice detour. Now let's get back to the action. Let's introduce some new tricks that'll help you ace each race. Charge jump. You can now use a charge jump
Really?
by holding the drift button while driving straight ahead. Charge and release to jump.
Oh, they made that a
Use
feature
this
now.
to leap
If I
over
remember,
obstacles.
that used to be a glitch, an exploit.
And dodge
Wasn't
attacks
that an
from your
exploit?
rivals. And if you jump toward a wall, you can wall ride for a short period of time. Chain some tricks together, and you may even reach places like this. Ah, so close. Almost there. Whenever this happens, be kind and
What?
rewind.
They
This
put
will
a.
return your vehicle to its original position.
They have a
Nice, made
rewind
it.
function.
This can come in handy when mapping out how to best approach a course.
Well, actually, that's pretty great to study the
Keep in mind,
courses.
though, your rivals will still move normally when you rewind, so
Oh.
don't lose your lead.
Really? Oh, that's
Wanna take a
interesting.
spin in even more races? In time trials, it's you against the clock.
Of course.
Here you can race without any other competitors. And if you go online, you can download and compete against ghost data from racers around the world.
That's cool.
customize the rules of the road in Versus Race. You can use the classic rule set of running 3 laps within the same course, or you can choose to drive the distance from one course to another. You can even take the road less traveled and choose routes that aren't in Grand Prix or Knockout Tour.
Okay, so first mode has a traditional 3-lap race.
Up to 24 drivers can now compete in 2, 3, or even 4 teams.
Ah.
Group up and get ready to put the pedal to the metal.
That's cool, team racing.
Next up, battle mode. Pop off locally or online in balloon battle. Use items to burst your rivals' balloons. Pop them all and your rivals out. And coin runners, where you can go for the gold by collecting the most coins.
Okay, they got a new mode
Race
there.
or battle, enjoy whatever drives you.
And there's the free roam.
When you're not racing, you can enjoy free roam and go wherever your heart takes you. No roads? No problem.
Forza Mario Kart.
See the seas. Drive the desert. Or jump off from way up here. You can go wherever you like, even to the edges of the world.
Okay.
Hey, there's a P-switch over there. Hit hundreds of P-switches you find across the world to start missions.
Oh, that's cool.
By completing them, you can hone your driving ability outside of races. There are also hidden coins, hidden panels, and more. So take the scenic route and explore. Also, during free roam, you can take photos whenever you like. Strike a pose. Look at the camera. Choose a frame to decorate and...
That's cool.
Nice. That one's a winner.
Okay, that's pretty cool. You could pose the characters.
If one person has Mario Kart World, up to 4 players can race in split screen on the same system.
Alright, split screen, cool.
The game also supports local wireless play.
Alright.
Up to 8 players, with up to 2 players on each system, can race together this way. And up to 24 players from around the world can join a race or battle in online play.
That's a lot.
This may look like free roam, but this is where you'll wait while your friends join you. Looks like someone's arrived. Yep, you can meet up with your crew anywhere in this world. By checking the map, you can quickly see where your friends are and travel to their location.
Oh, okay. There's instant teleport, fast travel.
Race with custom rules. Or just go for a ride together. Make this road trip your own. You can also take photos together.
Super
along
Mario
the way,
Kart.
if
That's cool.
More your speed.
Game chat.
With Game Chat, enjoy an expanded experience by talking online with friends. Use the built-in microphone to voice chat while driving together.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Check this out. Nice. Are you kidding me?
Or take a back seat
Gosh,
and
it's so
watch
cool.
each other's game screens.
Reminds me of Stunt
If
Race
you have a
FX.
Nintendo Switch 2 camera, you can enjoy seeing your friends' reactions while playing together.
In 2 frames per second.
Who's close by? Wait, Wait, who just passed me? You'll be able to tell in an instant. Aim a shell and bullseye. And when playing together in person on the same system, a single camera can detect up to 4 people's faces.
Really?
Enjoy the view and get ready to face off with your friends.
Looks like a major frame rate drop in that 4-player mode because of the camera. What about Amiibo? Does it do Amiibo? Got that Amiibo going.
A transcontinental race around the world is just around the corner in Mario Kart World, available exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. A hardware bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World will also be available.
That was it? Wow. I don't know if the $80 is truly justified. It seems like they were trying to really cram in a lot of stuff, but I don't know if the content is enough to say it's $80. It's a big world, no doubt about it. It's a very, very, very large world, and there is much to do. You know what I'm saying? But I think $70 would have been borderline. I think it would have been on the line. You know what I'm saying? Acceptable. Borderline acceptable. $80, especially because, people, Tears of the Kingdom came out at $70. But my point is that I think $80 may not be justifiable. $70 would be borderline, and I think after seeing this direct, people, I would say, okay, I could see it being $70, but $80, I don't feel it. I don't feel the prices. That price is justified. $10 extra for that. That's especially if they're gonna do DLC, and they will be doing DLC. We know they're gonna end up doing DLC. They're gonna add tracks and expand the world in some manner, and that's probably gonna go over $100. It's gonna be $20-$25 like they did with the DLC on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So that's a tough call. It's a tough call, I guess Nintendo had to make. I just don't agree with it. I really see this more as a $70 game, on the borderline. The content that they got on offer, what they had initially shown, the Grand Prix mode and the Knockout Tour, is pretty cool. The replay value is always going to be strong with Mario Kart, and it's not going to be bad or anything, so to speak. You know what I mean? I still wish that Grand Prix was more of the standard 3-lap enclosed structure style, rather than going from one area to the next. You could get that in versus mode, the standard 3-lap race. I just wish that was available in single in Grand Prix mode, rather than saying like that's Grand Prix mode, and then you have the, I guess you could say, the Rome tour or something like that, where you get to do the travel from one spot to the other. And the reason why I say that is because when you arrive at the next course, from what I saw in the Treehouse Direct, you don't do 3 laps. You only do 1 lap, and then it's over. So you don't get to fully enjoy the course, your next course. You only get to play it for 1 lap, and then it's over. And then you move on to the next one for 1 lap. And to me, that's not fun. You know what I mean? It's great that you got me going from point A to point B. That's something that many racing games never done. But the fact that you couldn't even give me 2 laps for that, you know what I'm saying? A 2-lap course in the is what's very disappointing. Not and I could probably also understand why. It could be a very long race, and you're concerned about that. But this is Mario Kart. You know, a lot of fans won't mind that because it's Mario Kart. You know, make it a 2-lap race or make it 3-lap, whether it's 2-lap or 3-lap. 1 lap, it's just not enough. It just doesn't feel enough with the way this Grand Prix course is designed. It should, saying people want to be able to enjoy the race courses. That's always been the sell. That's always been what makes Mario Kart big, is the race courses. And yes, I'm glad that's in versus mode, but it should have been single player Grand Prix as well. And now if that would have been included with the single mode, saying the 3-lap Grand Prix, the go from one course to the other mode, and Knockout Tour, that's 3 single player modes, then I would probably sit and say, yes, that justifies the $80. But because we don't have the 3-lap single player mode, the 3-lap single player courses, standard fare racing, it just doesn't. You took away a feature, and I don't think that qualifies as $80, worth the $80. Honestly, you took away the big one. Other features like tilt controls and the charge jump is pretty cool. The charge jump, I'm just wondering, wasn't that the from Mario Kart 64, if I remember correctly, you would do the hop skip to get the charge. It looks like they turned that exploit into a game feature, and I like that. I like that. I like that. That's pretty cool. And expanded on it by making it something you could go into doing the tricks. Loads of modes. That's standard fare. Let's see here. The standard fare time trials. Coin runners is interesting. Team racing is crazy. To have 4 teams racing with each other, which is pretty awesome. Race count 3. Yeah, I noticed that the versus race, of course. Saying there's a lot. The free roam is pretty cool because it's not just roaming around. You find the P switches like here, and you get this little mission mode. There's also other things like the panel that'll open unlockable. What is it? The panel that lets you unlock things. Searching for Peach medallions. Sort of like searching for stars across Peach's castle in Super Mario 64. And then there was the panel ones. Which was it? The panels? Yeah, this here. You hit that and unlocks it. I like it. I like that the free roam has hidden unlockables. A great incentive to explore everything and get to see the world. It's not just there for the sake of being there. You can legitimately do other activities at your own leisure, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. There's a lot of good stuff. I could say the online play though. We don't know how much Nintendo improved its servers, if they've even done so. I find it crazy that you could do 24 players. So they probably had to have done something with those servers. Really, really done something with them. The chat, first of all, you don't need the camera. Thank goodness. That's the good thing. You don't need the camera for this. That's great. Really good. But the that little extra feature they did where you could do local play, and you can put your faces on there in local play. The frame rate dropped. I saw that. Let me see if we can find it. I don't like the fact that the gameplay's frame rate dropped. Yeah, you see, it looks like the frame rate dropped because it's using the whole camera. I'm sure Nintendo will probably improve on that, but it's just very noticeable. It feels very noticeable that there's a frame rate drop. And yeah, it really, really does look like there's a frame rate drop. It's very noticeable. You know what I'm saying? It looks noticeable. So, given my position, yeah, I mean, $80 is nothing. Given my position, but for other people's financial situation, I could 100% understand if they say skip. Especially when the DLC comes out, you know Nintendo's gonna be spotting the 20 and making a $100 game. It's gonna happen. So no, the like I said, they took out single player three lap course, which was one of the which was the Grand Prix feature, you know what I'm saying, and replaced it with a very fun mode that should really be its own mode, going from one course to the other, and Grand Prix should have stayed classic Grand Prix. And like I said, because they took that home mode, I don't see the $80 justifying. You strip that away, and it's not cool. Give us the single player three lap structure. If it is gonna be in there, then I'm sorely disappointed that they did not note that in the Nintendo Direct. It should have been noted there, quite honestly. But they didn't note that in the Direct, and if they do have the classic Grand Prix 3-lap structure race that we've all done since Super Mario Kart, which was 5 laps, but that's not the point. Then I find it very disappointing that Nintendo did not note that, because I think that would because having 3 single player modes, the 3-lap Grand Prix, the go from one course to the other, and the knockout mode would have justified that. In fact, the knockout mode is more multiplayer than anything else than single player, but single player could still do it. But you understand what I'm saying. The point I'm saying is that you took out a whole mode. You took out a whole single player mode, and you're telling people to pay $80. You know what I'm saying? You took away a staple. It's a staple, and I just don't see the justification for removing a staple gameplay. I hope it is not included in the DLC if they decide to. If there really is no single player 3-lap mode, Grand Prix mode, and they put that behind a DLC paywall, bad form, Nintendo, bad form. If it's a free download, then they should have done it in the first place, and just really, yeah. I really hope there's a single player 3-lap course, 3-lap courses. I really hope so, and it's not just relegated to versus mode. You know what I'm saying? I hope they didn't install that into versus mode. I really would like that classic mode back. So yeah, that's my knock on the whole thing. But other than that, this game is going to be fun. I don't want to say fantastic because it's missing a mode, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good, and it's gonna be entertaining. The free roam is gonna be great. I like that they also brought back they brought back the classic stages. The classic courses, and they just put it all together. Saying fused it up and everything. Yeah, it's gonna be great. And the size of the map, well, considering how big they did the Tears of the Kingdom, hopefully it'll be just as big as Tears of the Kingdom, and really have it nice and fleshed out. I'm looking forward to seeing that. All right, so head on over to Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and grab yourself a copy of The Impossible Man, a strange fantasy novel written by me. You'll find links below to the book, along with other merch such as pins, stickers, t-shirts, music. Enjoy the products. Thank you for your patronage. And if you happen to do a YouTube video on my book, thank you very much. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. And if you're interested, you can join me in my live multi-stream on Twitch and Kick, where I do trailer reactions sometimes on video games, along with regular old video game playing, as well as cultural studies and other behind-the-scenes stuff and things. I look forward to hanging out with you. All right, so until the next Nintendo Direct reaction, thank you all for joining me, and I wish you all a good night. Buenas noches, and oyusu minasai.